Hey everybody, welcome to MagHub Monday. Good morning, I'm your host Nick. Today we're going to be talking about how the MagHub dock and the gadgets that you can put in the dock are going to save you time. Before we get really into the content today, I did want to remind everybody that our annual fall forum is coming up in September 15th through the 17th in Chicago. I'm going to put a link in this video's description and in the email so that you guys can get access to this. We'd love to see you there. It's going to be a couple of days of really good content, all the way from top level folks down to the operators that are in the field using MagHub every day to do their job. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, gang, so I've already logged into my site. As you can see, my little video bubble is at the top, and that's on purpose because we're going to be focusing on the dock today. So if I go down to the very bottom of my screen, as you can see down here, I have this blue bar. Now, depending on what version of the system you're using, whether it's the dark mode or the standard version, this color might be a little bit different, but the basic concept is exactly the same. So to get this dock enabled, I have to go up to my preferences, which we talked about last time. So if you go to your preferences, and then if you go to your site settings, you can enable dock. So right here, or sorry, show the dock, right? So that's the checkbox that you want to make sure is enabled. So go in there, click that, hit save, and then most likely your dock is going to look like this. So you notice how I kind of hit it down to the right hand corner. There's this little toggle which allows you to toggle the dock on or off. So when I toggle it back on, it's going to show me this bar, and I can get this dock anywhere I'm in the system. So if I go to a customer's page, right, and I'm talking to maybe Lily in August as an advertiser, and I want to use anything that's in my dock, I always have it available. If I'm on a report, I can always use the gadgets that are in my dock. The beauty of this is that I don't have to be on my home page to see different gadgets. So let's go ahead and get into this. We'll start with the gadgets, and then I'm going to get into a couple of the direct email features. So the gadgets down here are able to be grouped based off of whatever your preference happens to be. And so you can add additional groups by clicking this plus button, which says kind of add a little dashboard here. So from this, I can add the label, and then the full name will show up once I actually open the dock. So let's go ahead and just look at sales or inventory. So there are a couple gadgets that you can use on the sales side. Activity tracking, we're talking about monthly issue stats, top 10 customers, orders that are waiting for approval for a manager. So these are pretty helpful from a manager's perspective, looking at your top 10 customers, things like that. But realistically, as a rep who's operating in the field every single day, the most important thing for me is being able to find my inventory. So if I create a dashboard that has 4 different inventories of the top publications or newsletters or websites that I sell advertising to, I'm able to get a really quick glimpse. So when I pick up the phone and call someone, I'm talking to them, and they say, oh, well, yeah, hey, what do you have available in April for MagHub Monthly? I can go in right away without having to go into a really detailed report and pull up what available ad spots I have for April 2020 in MagHub Monday, right? So, or MagHub Monthly, sorry. So then I can pull all of these up and I can filter by issue. Notice the ad sizes are different based off of the publication. So my Express daily newsletter looks a little bit different than my print publication, of course. If I want to add a new gadget to this, I can just remove one of the old ones and then click Add Gadget. It's going to provide me a list of gadgets that I can use. And so when I go in here, the gadget that I was using was the available ad spaces in positions. So there we go. And then I check my publication, and then eventually it will ask me to choose my issue. Okay? So this is really helpful when you're operating and you need to get a quick glance at what's available. If you ever need to get a more detailed view, what you're going to do is you're going to go up to, I have this report favorited because I think it's one of the best reports in the system. It's the Add Inventory Report. Now, if you don't have this favorited, you'll have to go to the Reports menu on the left-hand menu, but either way, you can get to this Add Inventory Report and see across issues what's available. So you can have that more in-depth conversation, or maybe you prep yourself before you show up for a meeting to know what's happening or what you want to sell to this particular advertiser. Okay, 2 more features in the dock here down at the very bottom. On the left-hand side, I have this red email icon. This pulls up, let's move this out of the way. This pulls up my dock. Now this shows me emails that have been opened by customers or prospects that I'm sending these emails to, and it groups them based off of the type of email. So if it was a direct email, I can see who opened it, how many times they opened it. I can resend the email, I can view the email, and of course I can get, let's do this one. I can get a little bit more information about who actually opened this email, okay? Now, the same thing goes for orders. So if you're sending orders out of the system digitally, this will actually track who opened and who clicked on these orders right here for you. So you can pull this up. Oops. Of course, this is going to launch something. Oh, maybe not. So this is going to pull up who opened, who clicked on the order approvals that I sent over. Super helpful. Okay, so if I get rid of this, I can actually send an email from anywhere in the system as well, just by clicking this send email. Now, of course, I'll have to type in the contact's name, but that's okay. And this functionality is exactly the same as if I were to go and send, let's just say, if I go to this page here, contacts, and I want to send Alberta an email, I can click right here. It just autofills. Same functionality, just anywhere you're in the system. If you like have a random thought and you want to send someone an email, you can go ahead and do that. So that's the dock. Those are the gadgets. That's the functionality that's going to save you guys time. Again, anywhere you are in the site, that dock is going to follow you around. It's extremely helpful when you're looking at reports. I hope you like it, and have a great week.